Right, here we are. So, come down and have a chat with Manners. So, Manners, we've known each other for a very, very long time now.
Yeah,
and obviously, yeah, possibly too long. Some would argue too long, but anyway, there you go. So, just really come down to see how you're doing, obviously, after your operation, which has been, you know, really, really unfortunate. So, obviously, Tiger's released his first picture about his comeback to the game.
Yeah.
Just give us a brief kind of synopsis of what's happened and where you are and how quickly do you hope you'll be coming back?
Yeah, basically 3 or 4 weeks ago, I had a ball fitting up at the golf club. I was practicing quite a bit, played a couple of 18-hole games, and I noticed I found an unusual lump in my groin area, which was a bit scary, really. So that same evening, then I was in A&E. Discovered it was a hernia, which was really obviously very disappointing, as I was just about getting ready to go to South Africa. So within a few days I was under the knife, had the operation. That was 10 days ago now, so in recovery's going good. Hoping to be back 4 to 6 weeks, the surgeons reckon, so I'm kind of penciling in Port Monarch would be a lovely one to start back, I think, in Ireland. So yeah, fingers crossed everything goes well and everything's speedy and I can get back at it.
So obviously the timing, to be honest, mate, couldn't have been worse, could it really, with having last year off from the pandemic, and then South Africa got cancelled or put back from earlier on in the year because of travel restrictions, etc. So obviously, you know, being realistic, this must be killing you, really. Not killing you, but if you know what I mean, it's not easy.
No, you're right, mate. Obviously, last year was pretty really bad year for most golfers around the world. Obviously tournaments left, right and centre got cancelled, no graduation from the Challenge Tour for us, so I was itching to get going again. I couldn't wait, and I love South Africa. It's such a great place, and the Challenge Tour did a great job of getting those events down there. And then for us, not having to quarantine in Sweden was perfect, and I was so excited. But then literally weeks before the first event, the hernia happened, so couldn't do anything about it. The doctor said I could potentially play on maybe for a few months and see how it went, but once it was in my head that I had a problem there, I wanted to get it fixed, and because at least it's done, then I can crack on for hopefully the rest of the year and get my card and get back on the European Tour as quick as I can.
Absolutely what you say about the Challenger. They've done a great job keeping these events on in South Africa and then putting the next two on in Sweden. And obviously, I mean, I would hope that the boys like Booty and people like that aren't sending you nice videos of South Africa and the nice weather and, you know, the courses, etc. Because obviously that would make it a lot worse. I know Dave wouldn't do that, but possibly one or two of the other boys are telling you how much they're enjoying it?
Yeah, Boot's a good lad. He wouldn't be that cruel. A couple of the lads, I FaceTime from Steve Tiley, who's in the Players Lounge, tucking into some nice food in Spain last week and saying what a great golf course and hotel they were at. So last week was quite tough after the operation, seeing all that, the great golf courses and great venues they're playing at, where I should be playing myself. But what can you do? You just got to suck it up. I love the game that much. I'll be back within a few weeks, hopefully, and I'll be back at it, and I'll catch them up and I'll, you know, whip those boys' asses, no problem.
Absolutely. No, I couldn't agree more with you on that one. You just need to show them, really, man. But so going back onto the kind of rehab and a bit more serious. So obviously you have coaching with Neil Matthews, and Neil's the head golf coach of the Welsh Golf Union, and he coaches one or two of the players we've got, and Booty and yourself and some of the other young guys, and he does a great job with them all. So kind of what, have you spoken with Neil about how you're going to try and get back? And presumably we'll just be starting with short game to start with.
Yeah, to be fair to Neil, he's contacted me most days, asking how I'm feeling and stuff. It's such early doors at the moment. It's early. It's only 10 days. So I said to Neil yesterday, funny enough, we'll give it another week and we'll think about maybe meeting up and doing some short game stuff, maybe some putting for the first couple of days, and then do a little bit of like pitching. But I really can't rush it at the moment. I want to try and give it like at least 4 weeks before I actually make a golf swing. So the doctors advised, you know, if I come back too early, I could make it a lot worse. So I've got to be careful. As much as I want to be back and playing, I've still got to use my head and take my time.
Yeah, because obviously, I mean, I know how much you like to practice and play, and you know, and you're dedicated to the game still. And but obviously, the most important thing is getting back fit and healthy, and your health for the long run.
That is that. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm like. I love, you know, I've never really been injured either before.
No, I mean, it'd be easy just to come back too early, wouldn't it?
Exactly. I think like you look at the sunshine we've had today, and it's been like this. We haven't had rain. It's been glorious sunshine here in tropical Wales for weeks and weeks now. You know, I'm itching to hit balls, but you've got to be sensible. And by being sensible, that'll give me the best chance to get back out there as quick as I can, really, I think, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. You've obviously clearly got to be, take the advice of the medical people that you speak to and not try and rush back too quickly. So hopefully give it 4 to 6 weeks, and hopefully maybe Ireland, Portmarnock. What a great place that would be to come back playing.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I think I'm meeting again with a surgeon in 4 weeks. Hopefully he can give me the green light to do some light practice. That will lead me up nicely into Portmarnock. That'll be 5 or 6 weeks away. I've never played it, but obviously heard such good reports about it. And again, the chance to get a venue like that for us is fantastic. So that would be, I think, the first one. If I can get back to Ireland, that'd be great.
Yeah, I know you've said it before, and I agree with you. After last year, etc., the Challenge Tour have done a great job putting the schedule together. They've put together for the players. Really, there's no weeks off now. No. Up until the grand final, and they've done a really tremendous job, don't you think?
Absolutely, totally agree. Jamie Hodges with South Africa the next 3 weeks. To get Sweden after those 3 is unbelievable. Obviously, the guys haven't got a quarantine now. That was one of the big issues I was thinking about before I got injured. It's like, do I really want to play South Africa and then do 2 weeks or 10 days in Heathrow? But then when the Challenge Tour announced that, I thought, well, fair play to them, putting obviously some money up and getting those events in Sweden. It's brilliant for the guys. Yeah,
no, I second that. I say I think they've done a really good job. Just moving on then. So I'm not, so we've known each other for a long time. I'm not saying you've been around a long time, but you've had a great career, 250 main tour events and 200 Challenge Tour events. What do you think on a lighter note? What would be the highlight? I remember watching TV when you chipped in to get into the playoff in Hong Kong. So that would be a highlight, but I'm thinking really the highlight possibly could, not many people have actually achieved this fact. Have had a hole in one, thought they won a car, and then made an 11 on the very next hole. Some people don't know about this story, but I do remember it so well.
Yeah,
I know it probably hurts you still to this day, man. You would have got a new Merc.
Absolutely.
You thought you'd got a new Merc.
Merc for Manners kind of went viral for a while. I actually did honestly, deep down, thought I'd won that car and, giving the crowd the high five and stroking and touching the car. Only for John Parrymore to tell me on the green 5 minutes later, unfortunately, it was the wrong day. That was a Saturday, it should have been on the Sunday. Then to tee up on the next wasn't a great feeling. Spiraled to an 11. Aussie crowd were pretty harsh, as you can imagine. Got a bit of a boost for the 11. But I bounced back. Actually, that round ended up shooting 72.
I was going to say, I remember it wasn't bad.
Actually had a great tournament, finished 8th in the World Cup in the individual. So yeah, actually it was a great week. And obviously Hong Kong, you mentioned, that was chipping in to get into the playoff against Miguel Jimenez. That obviously that was a great feeling as well. But good days. Good days.
So I mean, you've obviously still got ambitions to get back onto the main tour.
Absolutely, I want to get back on the main tour straight away next year. That's where I really want to play, and I feel like I'm coming to that point now where I've gained a lot of experience. I feel like I can contend, and I would love to get a win there.
Yeah, well, that'd be great. And I say, hopefully you can get back playing on the European tour next year. So just one couple of more final questions, because I know looking at the clock, you've got to go to the dentist pretty soon. So we won't keep you long, but just looking back on the career, so there's been a lot of changes within golf since you've been playing. I mean, I remember watching you play in the Walker Cup at Ganton, was that in 2003? Playing with Nigel Edwards in the foursomes and stuff like that. So, looking back at it, and I know you've been a belly putter man and a long putter man, and the changes. Do you think all those have been constructive for the game of golf? And what's your feelings on belly, on anchoring, really? And what I'm saying to you is now. There's been a bit of talk about it. Some of them are saying they shouldn't be able to anchor, etc. You've used different putters, so I think you're as good a man to ask as anybody.
Yeah, like I used a belly putter for several years and it was unbelievable. It was the best thing ever. And I think, personally now, the people who are anchoring up their arm.
And that's really what I'm saying.
Yeah, and getting it close to the chin, and it's so
close
to the chest.
We're not saying it's touching the chest.
No, we're not.
Make that clear, are we?
No, absolutely not. But
it is getting very, very close to the chest. Yes. And the anchoring, in my opinion,
is anchoring up the arm. So personally, I don't think you should be allowed to do it. I think it should be back to the normal length putter, 35 inches or whatever. I've had to do it. I think everybody should do it, personally.
Yeah, I mean, surely if they just had a limit to the
Yes.
length of the putter, that
Yeah,
would solve
I
the
don't know.
problem. And if someone then wanted to anchor on a 35-inch putter, I mean, God knows how they do it, but
No, exactly.
let them try it. But I do
Yeah.
agree with it. And I say it's interesting coming from you because you've used long putter, belly putter, normal, etc. So
Yeah.
you know, but generally, I think over the years, golf is going. It's in a good place now, isn't it?
I think so.
There's
yeah.
a lot of people playing the game.
Massively, obviously, just speaking from my golf club just down the road, like they've had another 150 new members this year, which is ridiculous, really. I think golf clubs in general after the pandemic are booming right now.
And obviously, Mountain Ash is lucky that it's got 2 tour pros.
Absolutely.
It's got yourself and David Booth.
yeah. I don't think Walton Heath would
Well,
like you saying that, but yeah, on a joking side, yeah, he actually loves it up there. You know, he's come up for a few games with myself after seeing Neil, and he loves the views of the golf course. It's a good fun golf club, and yeah, they're doing really well at the moment, to be fair. And they've been great with me with the lockdown. They supported me really well, allowed me to carry on practicing, maintain the golf course to a high level. So they've been superb, yeah.
no, that's good to hear that they're supporting you. So, but saying that, you do plenty of stuff for them. I know you do. You know, promote the course in a good way.
Absolutely, I do a bit of the junior coaching and
Yeah,
bits and pieces. So
yeah.
it's nice to give a little bit back, but they have been so good to me over the years, and I've been there since.
Don't say.
Yeah, so long.
You've been quite a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just leave it at that.
It's 80 something. Yeah.
So, anyway, so that's kind of where we're going to finish to say, because looking back at the clock, you've got to go to the dentist.
Yeah,
I realise
yeah,
that's
a tough
important.
thing,
Yeah, but you know, in the next month, you know, I was thinking I could come down to Neil's when you start, you know, practicing and building up, and I think the people would be quite interested to see how you're getting on. They see you now, obviously.
Yeah.
Hopefully going in the right direction, but not playing any golf, and just all the way through until you start playing again.
Yeah, that'd be good.
You know, I think people will be interested to see how you start slow and how you're going to build up the, you know, the swing, and obviously because, you know, presumably you're going to have to do a bit of fitness work.
I will, mate, obviously, because sitting around and not doing it, you know, you're going to put on a little bit of...
Yeah.
I've got to be careful with the fitness stuff, obviously, you don't want to strain that area.
Yeah.
But again, you've got to be ready to go and compete, and I want to be swinging, you know what it's like with the game at the moment, it's all about power and all about distance, so I've done so much of that leading up as well the last couple of months to get ready for South Africa. I just feel like it's not wasted now, you know.
No.
So I've got to be careful what I do, and I need to take my time and obviously small steps.
Okay, all right. Well, so thanks a lot for your time today, man. It's been good to chat to you, and it'll be interesting to see how you progress in the next few weeks under the guidance of Neil. Hopefully,
Yeah.
he won't drive you too hard.
No, he's a pretty sensible guy, and
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll meet up. We'll meet up down the Park Golf Club, and we will have a get together, and you can obviously show the viewers what's going on.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks a lot for your time, and
worries.
thanks for the bacon and egg burger. That was nice, and the
Thank you
cake.
for that, yeah.
I mean, the
Yeah.
cake, man, it's just
I
extraordinary.
baked that this morning.
Yeah.
I've been doing a bit of baking since
Yeah,
lockdown.
I can see that. You're good at that as well. Exceptionally, it's very, very nice.
Tesco's do a lovely finest range there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks a lot, and then we'll catch up the next time at the park when you're back up and running with Neil.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks, Manus.
Cool, mate.
Cheers. Bye.